A.F.O.R.E.S.T, the art of persuasion. Do you want to be able to persuade your parents to give you more money? How about stay out later? Or maybe you fancy a new necklace? Well, if you want to persuade them, you could try whining. Or you could try begging. You could even try a bit of flattery, what you and I call sucking up. But if you really want to persuade somebody, you need to know A.F.O.R.E.S.T, because this is the art of persuasion. A.F.O.R.E.S.T simply stands for a series of techniques that you can use that will turn your writing or a speech into something extremely persuasive. The A stands for alliteration, F facts, opinions, rhetorical questions, emotive language, statistics, and triples, or rule of three. The more of these that you use in your persuasion, the more persuasive it will be. Alliteration is simply where the beginning of words sound the same, like Peter Piper picked a pepper or Pup Hunters picked Pepsi. The effect is to make something more memorable and to stand out. Facts are things that are always true. The sky is blue, the sun is round, the day is 24 hours long. They're there to try and add weight to the truth of what you are trying to say. If, for example, you wanted fishing to be part of the Olympics, perhaps a fact like this, fishing is the most played sport in the UK, would be more persuasive to the Olympic Committee than just trying to whinge, beg, cry, or even flatter them. Opinions are not like facts, they're not always true. They are things that some people believe are true. For example, I believe Justin Bieber is the best singer in the world. It's not a fact, it's something that I believe. And the effect is to try and get the reader to believe that what you're trying to persuade them is something that they could also believe in. Rhetorical questions are used a lot by teachers. They're questions that we don't want an answer to. They're there to try and make the audience or the reader think. For example, do you want a detention after school? Or this one, do you want to destroy the planet with your car fumes? Of course you don't. Nobody wants a detention either. But the effect, when used correctly, is to make the reader think the way you want them to think. Just in the same way, if a teacher says, do you want a detention? The idea is to get the person who is heading towards a detention to think about the behaviour or the actions that they're doing. Emotive language is words or phrases that try and create an emotion in the reader. They try to get to the audience's feelings rather than their logical mind. You're trying to make your audience feel like you do. Are you angry about something? Are you very happy about something? Or perhaps you're very passionate about something. You can communicate those emotions to your audience, and if they share them, they're more likely to believe you. If you want to find good emotive words, use a thesaurus. Look up simple words and they will have more emotive alternatives for you. Statistics are a great way of communicating ideas. They can be as simple as using numbers, percentages, financial amounts, or even using statistical graphs like this. This is a pie chart. So pay close attention to your maths classes because numbers can communicate lots of information in a very simple and quick way. And finally, rule of three. Human beings seem to retain information that's given to them in groups of three. That could be 3 adjectives, 3 phrases, or 3 arguments. An example of this would be, I'm cold, tired, and hungry. For some reason with human beings that stands out more, and it's also more memorable. Not 2 things, not 4 things, but 3 things. So remember, if you want to be more persuasive, use A.F.O.R.E.S.T. Use as many of these things as you can, and the more you use, the more chance you have of succeeding in your persuasion.